everyone. Welcome. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Hey, Jim. Glad you could join. So today we're going to be working with some product I've already worked with, but I thought it would be fun to go ahead and work with some of it again. And hey, Linda, welcome. So I've got Jim, we've got Linda, Blossom. Hey, welcome. Glad you could join. Just like everybody, you can hear me fine. Good, good. I have had the grandsons all weekend, and Pat just took them to their house and is going to get them ready and everything for bed and stay until their parents get home. They've been on a cruise with Denise. I don't know if Denise is going to hop in here, but my kids and Denise was on the same cruise ship. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and switch my face because I'm just a mess. And we'll go to my desk and I'll show you the product that we're going to work on. I think I'll even maybe raise it up a little bit. There we go. So what I have got is I've got some Hero Arts set. I've got the tote bag, which is basically 6 cutting dies, and it makes a tote bag. And I had a bag just like this when in our defense, it was a big ship. Anyway, so this is a tote bag. I've made a video with it already, but I did not use some of the embellishments that you can add to it. So I've got the Hero Arts tote bag, and then I have got the Tiny Treasures stamp set here. And you can make all the little decorative elements. Let me pull it out. And I've got the coordinating die set as well. It's sticking together, sticking on the tape that's holding the dies on. Probably wasn't the greatest of idea putting it on there, but anyway. So you've got all these little like like chains and stuff that you can hook all of this fun stuff on. And so that's what we're going to work with. And we'll get started on that. I also am showing you, this month was a heavy baggage, totes, purses, all of those things from Spellbinders and from Hero Arts. And I think there were even some other companies that were showing it as well. But of course, I get Spellbinders and Hero Arts. But anyway, I've also made this suitcase, which is the retro suitcase and sentiments, and the sentiments are hilarious. We've all got baggage. Friends and laughter help lighten the load. It's okay. We've all got baggage. Sometimes we carry a lot. Let me help you. Anyway, and I've worked with that. I don't know if we'll get to this one. I have made one, and I will show you. I've got some cards here. This is a card that I made with this particular one. I kind of made like a Barbie suitcase, and I made that with it and had some fun. And then there was another craft tote that Spellbinders had, and I've made this one. This one's coming up on my channel this week, and these are some craft totes, and I did that. So that's coming up. And I made a fabulous purse card for my daughter's birthday. I don't have it to show it to you because I've already given it to her, but it was fabulous. And so I'm kind of modeling the tote bag that we're going to do tonight off of the color scheme that I used for my daughter's purse card. And the other tote bag that I made, I've already given it as a birthday card as well. So that's where we're at. Let me see. What's everybody saying? Let's see. Travel themed, yeah. Hi, Anna Marie. Blossom, I'm loving my Spellbinders kit that you inspired me to join months ago. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I've got a cruise coming up later this year as well. Yeah, the sentiments are super fun. Yes, Jim, more Dollar Day sales at Spellbinders. In fact, I just got a text before I went live from Spellbinders about the sale. I did post a link to it on my community page. Hey, ECR, welcome. Glad you could join. The suitcases and the straps are separate. You'll see that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, the suitcases are super fun. Hello, welcome, Ida. Let's see. Oh my goodness, too much enabling. Oh, sorry. Hi, Robin. You love the card that I made I did too. I was really tickled with it. I thought it turned out just gorgeous. I used the purse set. Do I have it handy? Let me look real quick. Where did I put it? I think I put that die away. I don't know because I've already worked with it, but it makes 3 different styles of purses. The flaps are different on it. And I put all 3 of them on this card for her, 2 on the front, and then I put 1 on the inside, and I glued it down to where we could tuck money into it. And we gave it to her early because she was going on a shopping trip to New York, where she always goes and buys her purses. So anyway, just good timing of that die to come out. So what I've got tonight is, I'm just gonna get this out of here, and I'm using natural light today, so hopefully you can see everything. I know it makes my face a little bit darker, but what I am doing is I'm kind of modeling this tote bag like I did her card. I used this embossing folder and created the background for it, which I thought looked very much like a fancy purse or whatever. And then I did black, gold, and then the alabaster cardstock is what I did. And so I'm going to do a tote like that. But how this tote's going to be different than the one I made is I didn't use any of these little fun embellishments. So I took and stamped several of the little embellishment pieces that are included with that stamp set. And I used gold embossing powder, and I just embossed all these and then die cut them out. I just left the dies in there because it was just kind of holding them all in place. But we've got a lot of fun chains and clasps. We've got a happy birthday sentiment, and you've got style, which I thought would be fun. So we've got a coffee cup, like a coffee mug, and they're all gold, and I think they look cute. And then I also thought the pear or the lemon was super cute, so I did that, and the flower and the bow, and just thought, well, we'd play with some of these embellishments and see how that goes and see what we come up with. Now we may just make 1 card. We might make 2 if we get to it, but I'm not sure. I'm incredibly tired because, like I said, I've had kids all weekend, and they wanted to be entertained the whole weekend. So I've got some sentiments there. But let's go ahead and get started assembling our tote. It's very simple. There are just, what did I say? How many pieces? 6 cutting dies. So there's not a lot to it. So I'm going to get this and bring them in. So I use the alabaster for the card, and I'm not sure how I'm liking this lighting. Let's see if I can improve things a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if that helped at all, but it's kind of lighter on this side of my desk. So you have this, which is the base panel of it, and it's got the debossed detail. And then we've got the pocket. And I've got all my little strips here. So yes, we've got the handles and the decorative elements I die cut out in black. I just thought it would be fun. I loved kind of the look of my daughter's card, and I thought, well, let's do it again with the tote and see how it turns out. So that's what we're going to do. I was trying to keep it simple. I've kind of been taking a little bit of a break from lives. And so I thought, well, we just keep it simple tonight. We are planning to go live tomorrow night at 6. Daria and we're going to work with KCC, and I've already got those sketches all laid out and ready to go. So basically you've got a couple of trim pieces, and I chose to use the black, and we're just going to get it laid down on here. And hopefully you can see this okay. I'm going to zoom in a little more, and that way you can see what I'm doing here. And I like I said, I had my older grandsons this weekend, and they wanted to craft with me. So a couple of the videos they helped with. And so you'll get to see their little hands. If you watch my pre-recorded videos, you'll get to see their little hands helping to assemble, because they wanted to be in the video. And so I let them do that. And then Logan, the youngest one, decided that he was going to make cards. And I think he made 4 or 5 cards I have some inexpensive cardstock and stuff that I let him use, and some pieces, and he just made a bunch. And it was funny that he came in to make 1 more, and then he said, "Oh, I am so tired of making cards. I'm done making cards." I think he made 5, but he did a really nice job. I just let him do whatever he wanted, and then he took and he wrote the sweetest little handwritten messages inside all of the cards for everybody, and I just thought it was super cute. So I had that upside down. This is the top of the tote, and this is the bottom of the tote, and that's how it works. So it's super cute. And if you put some foam behind it, you can make it a gift card. And that's what I did with my card that I made, that I took. It was actually for my sister's granddaughter, so I call her my niece. And it was her birthday, and I gave her that card. So I don't have it in my possession anymore, nor do I have that lovely purse card. I'm hoping my daughter kept it because it was beautiful and she did love it. So hopefully she did keep it. But this is the pocket that goes on there. One of the things I didn't show you and I need to show you is a background stamp set that Hero Arts um, released, and it is really cool. I'll show it to you here in a minute, but they've got some really fun product. I'm going to put my glue on the deboss detail here um, for this instead of the back of these. That way I don't have to worry about only putting glue so far up or whatever. And then we'll get these laid down on here and you can just line them right up. Ooh, I'm liking I do like this color scheme again. You can just line them right up with a detail because they've got those markings there. And so now you can choose to just do one strap, but I think it looks more fun with two. And in the design, you can offset it. I think when I did the last one, I offset it this way to where it was hanging below so that you could see it. But it would also be fun. Let's do this one like this and just offset it a little bit like that. So I'll just put some glue on the back of this and we'll just offset it a little bit. And that way you can see both of your straps. You can tell that you've got two on there. And so that looks nice like that. And you can see that there's the two on there. But I really like that color scheme. It worked really, yes, very classy. That would be great on a beach background. That's fun. You know what? I need to make a beach card for somebody. They had requested that I make a beach birthday card. And so that'd be really fun. But yeah, I thought the colors did look, pretty classy and nice. So there's that. So we've got that. And then we have our pocket. And what I did with this when I made the other one was I just went ahead and popped the pocket up. Because you could stuff something in this. I didn't in that card. And I don't know if I will tonight, but I just want to show you, you can certainly do that. And then I popped this up so that I could make it a gift card holder as well. And I put a Starbucks gift card in the card that I gave to my niece. And so she got a Starbucks gift card and it's fit in there very nicely. So that worked out well. Anyway, and I think popping this up just kind of adds some dimension too. You want to make a real tote like that too? Oh, that'd be cute. I saw some gal I was just randomly scrolling YouTube and I saw a gal that was making these totes. She was sewing them and she really made it seem very simple. And she indicated that she had not really been sewing that long. So I thought, well, maybe I could do that. But anyway, I have two totes just like this from my career in banking. And I have one that is blue and then one that is white and with the blue trim because it was the logo colors. But so I basically just popped that up so we could stick something in there. But then what we have is, and I didn't use these last time, we have all of these little fun, like little dangly embellishment things that we could put on there. You've got a shorter clasp, and then you have a longer clasp. I need to get my tweezers here. So you can choose that. And then you could also do like a chain with your clasp if you wanted to do that. Here is a little, like a tassel that has a little heart on it. Super cute. There's little flowers. And then I made a little bow. And then we have the lemon. I suppose it could be a lime too. And then the little cup. If I can get a hold of it. And that's cute. So very, very fun. And then I have a couple sentiments here that we can work with. I think I have three because I was thinking of the inside. So I'm going to get this aside. And I don't know. I was actually thinking about maybe coloring in some of our elements and adding some color to it. But I don't know. I kind of like the gold, just all the gold. You love the coffee charm? Yeah, the charms are super cute. And I mean, I have seen some people that have just taken the charms and just made a card with just the charms and didn't use the bag or whatever. I think that we should split this right here so that we can hook it on our bag, kind of like a legitimate hook on there and just kind of hook it around there. So I'm just going to split that like that. Is it going to work? Maybe. Maybe not. I might have to cut a little bit off to get it to tuck. And if I mess it up, we've got the other one we can use. I want to have, there we go. Yeah, I want to have both edges on there. Maybe. I don't know if that'll work or not. Try that. Let's see the other one. The other way, I guess you could do it is, and there was like a gap there in the thing. I'll pull this off. Maybe. Got it on there good. Or you could just take the smaller one and you could just kind of lay it on there. I actually like the shorter one, I think. Oh, let's give it a try. Anyway, I don't know. I'm indecisive tonight. I think I want to do that one first. Get it in there and then spin it around. I suppose you could even hook it behind there. And then bring your little embellishments and kind of hook them on there. I don't know. I'm trying all the things is what I'm doing. I think this one's just too big for what I want to use. Could lay that on there. Let's see. Is anybody got any ideas? Let's see. I'm just checking out the chat. Just trying to figure out how I want to do this. We could put the little chain on here and then hang some different things off of it. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm just going to take my little, whoops, and drop it. I'm used to having more lighting in here, and I don't know why I chose to do the natural lighting tonight. I'm having a hard time seeing because it is kind of dark in here. But anyway, so I'm just going to lay that on there. And maybe you could do it from behind. I think I want to, don't want to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue it from behind is what I'm going to do. Trying to make up my mind. I am indecisive tonight. I have been cranking out the videos this week with all the new releases and everything. I've been just very, very busy trying to get everything done, and I'm gluing this to my table. So I'm just going to hook that chain on there and then figure out how I want to cut this so that I can, because I want it to be kind of on the bag like it should be. There we go. I think I'm going to do it right like that. And then we've got our little chain hanging down on there. Isn't that cute? And so then we can add a variety of things to it. Now, like I said, I was thinking about maybe coloring the stuff in, but I don't know. I think I just want to go with just the gold and the alabaster and just kind of do it like that. I'm going to kind of loop-de-loop it like that. And it'll just look like a continuous chain. So we've got our little flower on there. Now on the one that I made the other day, I actually stamped my sentiment on here. And there's really fun another stamp set that's really fun that goes with it. And I used the, let's look at this. I used the, it's what's on the inside that counts. So this is another stamp set. This is called Tote's the Best stamp set, and you've got like happy birthday. It's what's inside that counts, just for you. Your tote's awesome. Every day is cake day. I'm pretty sweet on you. Lots of different sentiments. And then this particular one with all the charms had some extra sentiments that I hadn't worked with. I hadn't worked with this set at all, so I thought I'd bring it in. Let's see. Yes, you've spoiled us. What are we talking about? Love that coffee charm too. Bundle added to my cart. Yay! Yay! Anyway, it is super fun. It's very, very fun. So you could actually do a couple of different hooks on there if you wanted, but I'm just going to add some different things to it and just kind of like they've got some different things attached and just do it that way. I want the coffee cup because I think it's super fun. It looks like a little Starbucks cup. And we're going to do it, if I can get a hold of it. Eek. Okay. And we'll just attach it, maybe. My fingers are not working today. And we'll just attach it there like we've got multiple things on there. I think it's super cute. And then maybe have a little, we could put that little heart dangly thing kind of over our little, oh, that is so cute. And then we've got that on there. Isn't that cute? I like it. You will after the live. Can you hang the sentiment from the chain? Oh, wow. I never thought about that. We're going to build a card, so let's just see what we wind up doing. So let's go ahead and do that, because I do have another, I've got another idea that we might work with if we have time. I really like that, that too, but I think you can get too much on there. And I think 3 is about the right thing on there. So I think that looks really cute. So, and then what I'm planning to do is, I think, is to lay it on just like I did the card for my daughter's thing, and I think it looks really pretty, even though we've kind of got, you know, the alabaster tote on the alabaster paper. I think it's clean and simple. I think it makes it really pretty. So what I was thinking is I'm going to cut this down a little bit. All 3 of these panels that I have here are A2 size panels, and I want to layer them up. And so I'm going to cut them down, and we're going to do that. So I'm just going to bring in, I don't generally like glitter cardstock. This is treasured cardstock from Spellbinders, and there are all different kinds of gold in there. And this is the glitter. I generally don't like it, but I am going to just show a little bit of it. I generally don't like glitter, but I did use some on my daughter's card and it turned out nice. But I'm planning to kind of layer it up like that and then bring it in and put the black behind it, and then we'll kind of have that look. So I'm going to cut each of these down to where I want them. Let's see, what are we congratulating? Jim, I won another Seth Apter gift certificate. I'm kind of stoked. Oh, nice. Very nice. Jim, that embossed panel, this, I will tell you, is the bamboo 3D embossing folder, and it is on sale now. I didn't link it in the description box on this video. I did link it on the other one, only after somebody told me I had failed to link it, and so I went ahead and linked it because they wanted it. But this is the bamboo 3D embossing folder from Spellbinders. It is nice. I think it looks like one of those expensive, oh, Denise is going into Bucky's. Oh, how fun. Anyway, it looks like one of those expensive purse designs, I think. Isn't that like a super fancy quick trip? Bucky's is an experience. I've never been. My kids have been. Every time I want to stop, Pat's like, we gotta go, we gotta go. But they always stop at all the Bucky's and have fun. So I'm gonna bring in my trimmer, and we're gonna get this trimmed down. I'm gonna kind of stand up here so I can see what I'm doing. And I think I'm gonna go, let's just go down in quarter increments. So we'll make this 4 by 5 1/4. Hopefully my black panel is a full size one. I think it is. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we've got that. That'll be one layer, and that'll work. And then we're going to bring in our embossing folder, and I always look to see where I want to cut away from. I think I'll cut away from this side. And we're going to take it down to 3 3/4 by 5 is what we want to do. And then we'll have a nice edge around there. My foot's falling asleep. I need to wake it up. I was kind of sitting on it. Wasn't a good idea. Okay, so we'll cut that off, and now we can layer it up. I do have an alabaster card base here, and I probably ought to just remove my body since I'm standing, and let's make this full size like this. There we go. All right, and I'm going to zoom in here, and we'll get assembling this. So basically, I've got my 3 layers, and we're going to get them layered up. I think it's going to be really pretty. So let's go ahead and get this laid down on here. And now that the weather has changed, my glue press is working wonderfully. Somebody was talking about, I was in a live, watching somebody's live the other day, and they were talking, I think it was Linda. Linda was talking about getting one, Linda Tomaine. And I told her, you know, that the glue presses are definitely affected by the weather, because she was wondering how it would work in her location. I think she would probably have better luck because I don't think she has the cold weather that we have. Anyway, so I'm going to get this laid down on there. Let's see what the chat is saying. Oh, yay. And found the recipe in the Norwegian blue for the card that Jay showed. And Jim is asking Melissa, is she home? Is she in the chat? I didn't see her. Oh, hey, Melissa. Welcome. Jay said he thought of Blossom. Turns out some of his other local crafty friends are farmers. It sounds like, oh, Melissa, Jim, she is in Alaska, but she's on the boat, halibut fish at this very moment. Fun. Okay. And Linda's saying hi to Melissa. So I don't, sounds like you had a really fun event, Jay. I'm not aware of any events we have like that around here in Indiana. I think that would be a blast. I mean, you really turned out some fantastic cards and had some really fun designs and interesting styles of cards. I thought that was really cool. So you definitely need to plan. You should do it next on your next, Sunday Night Live to, pick out one of those and actually show us, step us through the process of making them. Maybe one of the harder cards that you had, one of the most interesting designs, and just kind of step us through so we could craft along with you and learn to make it. I think that would be fun. So see, we're just going to have a little bit of gold around there. So I think I can deal with that and that'll look just fine. So I've got my iPad on and it is behind. I've got my confidence monitor in front of me and I've got my iPad running, and because I was watching Jay, and when it transferred to me, and so I've got me in two views here on my desk, and one is behind the other, and it keeps cracking me up to see how behind one is. Okay, I'll tuck that down there. I got a little piece that kind of flipped up there where that had embossed and kind of cut it. So I'm gonna put some glue on there. So I think that makes a really pretty background panel. I mean, it's simplistic, it's clean and simple. Oh gosh, yeah, that would have been fun. I don't think it'd be, I don't know how long of a trip that would be, but I am Indiana, so I'm not that far from you. But anyway, and then isn't that lovely? I think it looks gorgeous. Now with her card, what I did was, and if I had a picture, I'd show you. I did. You can check out the video on my channel. I'll try to link it when we do when the live is over. But anyway, I did an alabaster purse and I did a black purse, and I had gold trim on the purses, and I put the two of them on the front and then another black one on the inside, and it really looked very pretty. So that's how I did it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, just so in case I want to, um, stick something in there, maybe some money or a gift card or something like that, I'm going to go ahead and just pop it up so that, you could slide something in there if you want to. And I think it'll be cute. Let's do that. I'm just going to do the two sides and then the bottom so that whatever I slide in there doesn't fall out. There we go. I have got a lot of people asking me for cards. I just made a baby card because somebody asked me for that. I need to make a beach scene birthday card. I'm making graduation cards, and I need some more birthday cards. And my little decorative piece fell off here, so we got to get it back on there and then get some glue on it so it doesn't happen again. So we'll just put a little, I think I'll put a little bit of glue on my little flower and get it glued down on there so that it'll stay in place. I think it's really cute. And I think I need to put some glue on the little chain piece as well and get it adhered on there. Just give it a little press, give it a little time to set up. Let's see. Confidence monitor. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's just so you can check on yourself and make sure that you're on screen or whatever, you know. Sometimes when I do just pre-recorded, I might be off screen and I don't realize it until it's too late. That can happen. So I'm just going to put this down on here like this. I think it looks super, super cute. And then what have I got? I have got happy birthday because I thought that would be fun to add. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Maybe here on there like that. And then I also have, maybe we'll put it down here because you've got style. And I think it could be pretty like that. But I have, because I popped up my pocket, I don't know, I'm going to try and figure out how I want to do it. I may have to put a little bit of foam on the back of it. I think it'll sit better up here. Happy birthday, you've got style. And we could set it on there like that. I think that looks nice. Let's see, what's everybody saying? I usually refer to it as the chat screen, but I like your term better. Humor me, what does it look like on the chain? All right, I'll show you. Like that. So that's what it looks like on the chain. If we just put one, I think you could probably do it. I like the you've got style. Sideways down the chain. Like this. Like that. It's kind of fun. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of fun. We could do it like that. And then just not use the you've got style. I just thought that went nice with it. All right. We'll give Jim his wish and we'll hang it off our chain. I am going to put a little bit of foam tape on the bottom because we're going to kind of go across some layers here and do that. Use the style one. You mean just put that one on there? Like that? You've got style. Very cute. Felicia says. What do you think? Should I use that one or the happy birthday one? I could put that on there like that, and then I could put the happy birthday wishing you a year filled with tiny treasures. I think that we could do it that way. If you guys think that looks good. The you've got style, it's let's see. All right. I think we can lay this one down on there because it just kind of lays. All right, let's do it. All right. And we'll just lay it across there. Trying to get it to stick. We're going across some, yeah, I'm gonna need a little, I think I'm gonna need a little foam. I didn't think I was gonna need it on this one, but I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna turn the lights on too so I can see. I don't know what a difference this will make. Did that make much difference? Oh, we got the glare going. Sorry about that, but now I can actually see a little bit better. It's starting to get dark here in Indiana, so I need to change my lighting situation. So, okay. So I just put a little foam on there. Now I can see better. I don't know, is that okay? Trying to get dial in there. So we've got that. I think it looks super cute. And then we can just take our other ones and put it on the inside, and then we've got the inside and the outside of it finished. And then let me show you real quick. I always keep this little faith card in here, but now that we've got it like that, we could actually slide a gift card in there, or you could fill it full of flowers or anything. But I wanted to just show you so we can do that. And then we're going to bring in our other sentiments and we're going to use them. And I did put some foam on the back of this because I thought I was going to use it, and I'm going to pull it off. So let's just get this happy birthday laid down. And I've got that foam stuck on my finger. And we'll just get it laid down on the inside here. And I used some gold embossing powder. It's actually from Love from Lizzie. It's called Gold Crown, and I love it. It really embosses nice, and it gives you a beautiful gold. I really like it. So I think it looks nice. So we're going to have happy birthday, wishing you a year filled with tiny treasures. And it matches the card so nicely because we've got all those little tiny treasures on there. I think it's super cute. How are we doing? We're only a half an hour in. We might go ahead and play around with the other idea. I don't know if we'll get a finished card, but anyway, I think that's cute. I don't know. I could add that. Okay. All right. So we've got the outside done and the inside done. And I think it's a nice little birthday card. Isn't that pretty? I think it's just clean and simple and really pretty. So Jim says it's a cute set. Blossom, I have a friend from South Bend, Indiana that is coming to spend their birthday weekend with you, and your husband is coming this weekend. Awesome, awesome. You guys know Daria that Mina creates, Mina crafts or creates, I forget. But Daria, she goes live with me on Monday nights. She is actually, they have been traveling to see every state in the United States, and they only have a few left. And my state happens to be one of them, and they're coming to visit in May. So I'm going to get to meet her, and she's kind of she has a schedule of events. So we're going to have a crafty session and everything, and it's going to be fun. So I'm going to get a chance to meet her. So there is that one, super fun. I wanted to show you this stamp set. This is an awesome stamp set, and I believe I have it linked up in there. It is called Background Builder Stamp Set from Hero Arts. And you've got, kind of some paint swishy. This is a kind of a stripe or a pencil, almost like a thin line. You've got some circles, almost looks like if you set your coffee mug down and you get a circle from it, and then some splotches, another paint strip, and then these are dots. This is really fun. I did use this on the background the last time I made the tote, and use the background for it. I think we're going to use it. What I did was I thought, I made this pink card. I thought it looked like Barbie, and I thought it was fun. I just did that. But I thought, gosh, this is called Retro Suitcase and Sentiments. I thought it'd be fun to make like a retro one. And so I was kind of toying with the idea of doing that. So and I don't have the pieces die cut out, so it's going to take a little bit of work, but I think we can do it. So I'll just bring in my scout. And what I have, this is interesting. I've got some panels picked out here. I had that kind of my junk or my inexpensive cardstock out because my grandson was playing with it. And tucked in there, I had this panel here that I had done some, it was craft cardstock. And I had just laid some color down on there, used all my shimmer sprays and everything. And I thought it was really cool. And I started bringing in some panels thinking that I would die cut my suitcase out of that. And then I thought, no, I think I want that for my background. Yes, you could use it on the tote bag to give a textured appearance. You could use that stamp set, and I did see several people do it. I didn't choose to do it because I was kind of going with kind of a clean and simple. But anyway, you can use that. In fact, and I'm going to use it on this one. That was my plan. So anyway, I was thinking about this, and then I thought, ooh, we've got a little bit of red in there, and I had this scrap. These are just scraps, and I had brought in some black, thinking I would use black. I brought in some brown, thinking I would use brown, and I brought in some gold. And this is just what as Jay was showing his cards and stuff, I thought, well, maybe we could make one more. And so I just grabbed these things. So I think we're going to try to do that. And what I have in mind for this is I thought we would use this background stamp here on here. And then we would die cut out our suitcase and then do the frame and stuff around it. Let's see how far we can get going. I'm going to try and move along. I'm going to bring in, let's bring in my mini Misty, and we'll lay this down in here, and we're going to get this stamped up. And so we're going to grab this particular stamp set. And I think this is just a great builder set. This would be a good piece to have in your stash just to use for a variety of things. So I would recommend it. And it is linked in the description box below if you want to pick it up. Sorry about the noise. I should have taken it off there before we went live, but I didn't. And this panel is all wonky and everything because it was just laying in my scrap bin. And I'm going to get this stamped on here. And I think I'm going to do much like I did with these and use the gold. And I don't know how this is going to look, but this is what I'm going to do. And it could possibly be a hot mess. I don't know. Or it could turn out all right. We'll see. I have no idea. So I'm just going to use my little Versamark thing here. I've got a big one somewhere. I don't know where it is, but we're just going to use this one. And I'm not going to, let's see. I don't think I'm going to worry about anti-static powder tool because if we get some extra specks on there or something, it'll be fine because we're going to do kind of a mixed media distressed looking thing anyway. So we're going to just do that. And hopefully that magnet will hold that thing down in place. Let's just get it over here and see what we can do. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of give the suitcase, or the, what are we calling it? Yeah, suitcase, some texture. Looks like I didn't get any ink in the center, so I'll try to get some in there. And it won't matter if it's not perfect anyway. So I'll get that on there, give it another good press. Press in the center. See if we can get it all on there. And then I need to grab some paper. Oh, yeah, we got it. Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think I kind of measured, it's about the right area for the suitcase. So we'll bring this in. And we're going from clean and simple to grunge is what we're doing. Let's see. What is everybody saying? Who has the dollar deals, Hero or Spellbinders? Yeah. Anyway, so this is not the one I was using, but I think they're both the same, but I'm going to use this one just in case. It's Golden Crown embossing powder from Love from Lizzie. And it's beautiful. So I'm going to use it. And I just thought it would be fun. We're going to use some gold for some of the trim on this suitcase. So I thought it might be fun to have this. And I might not like it at all, but sometimes you got to just play around and see what you like and what you don't like. And so that's one of the things. I'm so busy producing or, trying to be productive. I don't always play as much as I should. So I guess these lives are fun for that. Anyway, so we got good coverage on that. I'm just going to funnel all this back in there. I must say I've gotten my second wind because I was dragging earlier. I was like, I don't know if I can go live. I was so tired. I was dragging. Yesterday, I actually even caught a nap because I was just, because I've been entertaining the kids the whole time. Trying to keep them entertained because they're a little bit older and they like to do stuff and they want me to do the stuff with them. So I am holding this off my heat gun underneath the desk while I'm trying to get it heated up. So I don't have a lot of room to work here, but I'm just going to do it from the back. Look at that. Boom. Gorgeous. Love it. It's magical. I was showing my grandson, he'd never seen this before, and he was loving it. Did you get it all? Okay, sorry about that. I know it's noisy. Try to get it done. Now we've got to let it cool off. Let's see what the chat is saying. You love the metallic embossing. It looks fancy. Yeah. Anyway, I think hopefully I got it positioned well enough that my die will fit around it and everything, but it'll be all right. I'm just gonna let that cool off a little bit. Now, where did my die set go? Here we go. So this is, where'd the picture? This is it right here. So what I was thinking. Now, when I did this last time, I die cut my panel out of that. And then I wound up putting another one of this down, and then I had the piece in between this. But for this, I'm going to do it differently because it's just easier. So I'm going to lay this down on here, and we're going to die cut this out like that. And then we'll put the two pieces together and make our trim for it. So where is my yellow tape? There it is. So we'll just do that. I think it's going to be fun. Hopefully it'll, well, we're going to have a trim around there, so I think it'll work out all right. I'm just putting my tape on my shirt just to kind of lose some of that tackiness so that it doesn't rip my paper. And we'll get this laid down on here. And if you guys would take a minute and hit the like, Jim usually reminds everybody, but I just happened to think of that about that. I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed and you're on here, please feel free to subscribe. I am trying to, build up my subscriber base and kind of scale up my channel. So let's go ahead and die cut this out. I'm just going to use my Empress, and we'll do that real quick. And I brought this in, and we could use it. I guess I kind of lost my mind. All right, so now we have our suitcase, and we've got that stitch detail around there. But what we need to do to create our kind of what's going to go around it, we're going to need those two pieces there. And I don't know, I haven't really thought this through very much. Whether I want black trim around it, which I think would look good, or if I want brown trim. So this is the voting portion of the live. I think we go with the black. I was going to let you vote, but I'm thinking I'm making a decision here. Watching it change takes you back to your childhood years when you got excited watching things change colors on the thermal items. I will tell you this, and I was telling my grandson this, and he couldn't believe it. This thing is, I bet it's 30, 32, 35 years old. I've had this thing since my oldest daughter was first born, and I've had it ever since, and it works just fine. So I'm going to use the black. So, and we'll see how this looks. Well, and if we don't like it, we can use brown. We can change our mind. So what I'm going to do is cut this down so it'll fit on the scalp. And then we'll get this laid on here and create our little trim piece. We're going to need some straps too, so we'll get those as well. So where did my tape go? I'm gonna have to get some more. I'll get it laid down on there. I think I got a pretty nice even edge if I can keep it like that. Okay. There we go. All right. You love this? Thank you. I'm glad you do. I think it's going to turn out fun. We could put, the other thing we could have done was put gold trim around there, but I was reserving this little bit of gold here for the, these pieces here is what I was doing with that. So let's just see how this looks and if we like it. And if we don't, we can go in a different direction. I have already got my KCC for tomorrow night. They're cut and ready to go. I don't know if I said that already, but I did get them cut and ready to go. So that will be good to go with that. Yeah, I think I like the black on there. I think that'll look interesting. And then we've got this, which I think is going to be kind of an interesting look. I don't know. We'll see how it all comes down. But there's that. And then we'll put these away. Where's my pieces parts? I need to get all my pieces parts. I'm getting the tape stuck to my fingers. So next we need to die cut out. I think we can use this scrap piece that came out of that and just die cut our two straps out of this. And then we'll have our black straps and they'll add some more detail to this. You survived Buc-ee's. Oh, that was a quick trip. I think my daughter and her family spends a little bit more time in there. The kids, they all have the Buc-ee shirts and all the Buc-ee stuff and everything. I think they spend a bit of time in there. And they recently got back from a trip. This is the other daughter and her family. They recently got back from a trip. And I think they stopped at Buc-ee's, I think coming and going. So anyway, They like to do that. I would like to go. I think it's an adventure and you need to plan on spending some time when you're there, but it sounds like you were able to get in and out pretty quick. Let's see, you can cut quite a bit on those longer plates. Are you talking, you have the Scout with a magic mat and it's fantastic. Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't done the magic mat and I used to do it on the other one, but I've just kind of gotten away from it and I don't know, I'm not missing it. You know, I used to do it all the time. Use it all the time, but I just haven't lately. I bought new plates and I've just been using them and I don't know. Now this one's doing really good. I mean, it's nice and straight and everything. And this is a relatively new plate and it has been bowing a little bit, but I've been working on it and I've about got it back where it needs to be, but I have more, so whatever happens. But anyway, so I've got this gold and we're going to want to do the buckle. We're going to need a couple of those. And I am going to do the piece that you would have your handle on. I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to do, let me think how I want to do this. I think I'm going to do the background of the corner pieces with this. So we're going to have to do multiples with that. And then I think our handle will be, how do I want to do my hand? I'm thinking about my handle. Let's do this, and then we'll use the decorative piece in black is what we'll do. And then we probably want this too. So we're going to have to do a couple presses here, but because we need 4 of these, because it's all 4 corners. So hopefully I can get 4 of those out of that. If I didn't space it very well for that, but we'll work around it. I'm sure I have more of that if you need it, but okay. So we're going to need let's get these out of here. And I don't like how it does kind of mess up your metallic cardstock when you run it through with nasty plates. But so there's that little buckle. Look how fine that is. I think it's just teeny tiny. We've got that. This is a little tag holder, you know, that you put your tag on, which we'll probably want to die cut out a tag or something. There's one of the corners, and then we've got some scrap here. Okay, and this is part of the handle. And then we need more of these. And we need another one of these. Okay, so we'll just get that in there and die cut it out. Just keep going, and I'm shaking everything. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it's an adventure, so we'll see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not a fan of Bucky's Nuggets. Everyone has fits over. I like the 44-ounce drink for $1.09, though I wasn't allowed to look at the stuffed animals because they were too pricey. Oh yeah, I don't know if the kids have any stuffed animal. I know they have clothing because I've seen them and wear that, but I don't know if they have. I bet they do have stuffed animals because my daughter, I'm sure she would get them for them. Anyway, this daughter, I think I mentioned that I did the purse card for her and that we gave it to her early because she went shopping in New York for the day, and did some purse shopping. She came back with some purses and stuff, so she likes nice things like that. Anyway. All right. Whoops. Pop that out. So we have been back to cold weather lately here in Indiana. We had some really, really nice weather, and it was early for us, but we are now back to cold weather. And what was interesting was I didn't have any long pants for the boys because the weather had been so nice, and they had packed their clothes ahead of time, so they didn't have any long pants. So, but it wasn't a big deal because we went to church this morning. We just made sure we went up to the door and just let them in real quick, and it wasn't that bad, so it was fine. Now the other piece has got like a hole in it, so the gold will show through that, and we're gonna get it in our black, I think, is what I want to do. I don't have enough red to do all the corner pieces. I might have enough red for that handle. Let's go ahead and do that. And I can do the handle in red if I want, but I could also do it in a different color if I want. So we'll just do that and see what happens. Yeah, the weather is, yeah, I've been kind of down and out because I love, I really get so tired of winter and I love the wonderful weather. And so, yeah, I think I do want that on there, even though it's not going to have that gold pattern on there. I think it'll be fine. Anyway, but I don't like winter. You get so burnt out here in Indiana with the winter weather. So my youngest sister lives in Florida, and one of her children has now moved down there just this month, moved down there. And then she has another one that is contemplating moving down there as well. And I don't blame them one bit because this weather is yucky. Everything's greened up and everything, so that's nice. And mowing has started here, even though we have had this cold snap, because Pat's been mowing. He has a little business in which he mows, and he keeps quite busy doing that. One more. Sorry, we're gonna get there. Like I said, I didn't do the die cutting for this because I thought we might not get to it. It was an afterthought, I guess. But I think it'll be fun. And like I said, we're gonna have two extremely different cards because we've got the clean and simple, and then we're gonna have this one on the mixed media panel. So I think I have everything but my tag. So let's start working on our bag here and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna get this laid down on here. And this, because we heat embossed it, it's got a little bit of a bowing to it. So we give it a little bend there. ECR says it's nice and rainy right now. Robin Cooper said snowy rain today after 3 days in the 80s. Oh, doesn't that stink so bad? Ugh. Yeah, we had rain. We actually had some storms before this happened, and some areas around us, not us where I live, the storm, my dad and I were sitting on his porch. They live next door. And we were looking at the radar and kind of watching. We were watching the storm, and it was off in the distance, and it literally split. The storm was coming in, and it literally split our town, and we didn't get it. And we pulled up the radar. I said, "Look at that! It has just split and just went around us." And there was quite a bit of hail damage in our area, and fortunately we didn't get it, so that was awesome. Some of the people at our church, in fact, when I went to the shower the other day, or actually it was I don't know if it was Bible study or the shower, one of the gals that was in there was talking about it. When we went outside, you could just see her car had been pelted, but I guess it was some pretty big hail, and it was on the news for our area, but we didn't get it, so I'm thankful. South Bend had tornadoes yesterday. Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, what am I doing here? I need to think. I think that I can put them wherever I want them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Try and get them just laid down on there, kind of even. I'm trying to decide. I guess I want them to hang a little bit more over the bottom. Does that need to go down a little bit? I don't think it's moving. Okay, so we've got that. Last time what I did, and I'm going to do this now, is I'm going to kind of find my center area, and I'm going to put my handle on there, and then I can plan my, I'm going to use this because it's metallic and it's not going to want to stick. Then I can kind of even my straps up. Just put a little bit of that on there. Now let's try and get a line here. Try and line them up. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I'm not really paying attention. I'm doing so much talking. I'm not really paying attention. Is that how I want it? Yes. I think that's how I want it. And so we've got that to stick. So that'll help me. Now I can take my other strap and kind of gauge from here to here how far I put it up, and then lay this one down. And they'll look sort of even. So what are we talking about now? Over in Olympia, Washington, it's 78 degrees, unseasonably hot, and the cars are covered in yellow pollen after getting washed just yesterday. Wow. Yeah, we had that unseasonably warm weather, and it was wonderful. And then the cold front came through. So I think it'll bounce back. I haven't looked at the weather for tomorrow, but I think it'll bounce back. It usually does. Okay, so this is where we're headed. I think it's kind of fun. You know, a lot of times you have suitcases that have patterns on it, but I think it's just fun using that set. So I've got this, and I think we'll put it on there like that. And then, don't wanna, yeah, probably make a mess on my glass mat, but I like to use, when you've got like a metallic cardstock, it's kind of hard to get stuff to stick right away, and it moves around on you. So I'm getting it stuck to my glass mat. I'll have to clean that off when we get done, but I'm going to get that laid down on there. There we go. So we've got our handle. Got my little glue. And then the decorative element here. And I think that looks nice. The gold on the handle kind of goes along with the little gold circles that we've got. Whoops, dropped it. Okay. There we go. Oops, don't move that. Let's get it positioned. Try and get it lined up on there. Okay, so it's coming together. Okay, all right, now we need to, this is what really sets it off. I love these. I think these are super fun. So we'll get some glue on here. And then I'm going to put these down one this time. I put them up last time. I'll put them down one, just change it up a little bit. And we've got our little buckles. So our suitcase, if it gets thrown around at the airport, it's not going to open up because we've got it strapped shut. And then we'll get this one laid down on here. There we go. See, doesn't that add? I mean, that's just the detail that you need for it. It's just super fun. Now, all of these are going to be stinkers too. So let's just get some glue on here. I just need a little bit to make it hold, then we can put some glue on the other. And I think it'll work out. Okay. All right, so we'll just take this one. I'll put a little bit of glue. See what happens, and just try and line it up on there. And then we'll have like our gold buckle showing through there. There we go. That'll be our, these are our protective corner pieces so that when they're throwing my luggage around, it doesn't get messed up. There we go. We actually did have to turn the heat back on, so we were enjoying not having to run the heat, but we were afraid the kids would be cold when they got up in the morning, so we did turn it on. And I say that because it's kicked on, so I can hear it. All right, so I'm going to get this laid down on here. Got a little bit of glue there. See if we can wipe it off. Line it up. There we go. One more. All right, so we're getting there. Let's see what's going on. That's coming together nicely. Yeah, the buckles are super cute, I think. So I kind of got a little bit of a messy desk going on here. I need to do some cleanup. So, whoops, come on. Let's get it lined up right. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let me get my dies. I'm going to need, if we want to use the tag or any of that stuff, I need to leave them out. But let's kind of get them organized and clean up a little bit so I can function. And then figure out, I don't have a plan for this card, so you have to figure out what we're doing here. That goes with the Misty. Okay, this goes over here. All right, now we can, what do we got here? Okay, that's one of our pieces. All right, so let's go ahead and get these laid down on here and just add some extra detail to our corners. I'm keeping my picture handy so that I know what I'm doing. And we're just going to get those laid down on there. And it just adds that extra detail. I like it. I think it's fun. I made a, if you saw it, I think it ran on my channel today, I think. I took the classic Pooh set, all of them, with all of the characters, and I made a banner for that baby shower. And it's running on my channel today. Super fun. My grandsons helped me with the video. And so it was super fun. And I bought some wood banners so that I could string, a banner and then put all of the classic Pooh characters on it. And I wanted it in wood instead of paper so that it would be something that could hang in the nursery if the mother chose to do that. So I did that, and that was fun, but that's on the channel today. But been having some fun with a lot of fun product recently. There we go. There we go. There is our suitcase. Isn't that fun? So I don't know what you think about the circles and gold or whatever, but I thought, it's interesting, and we're getting to use that background stamp. So, oh, the reverse tweezers are great. Yes, I'm using these because Spellbinders just came out with, this is my plug, they just came out with all their new crafty tools, whereas one of them's missing. I've got it laying somewhere. But there's, this is a nudge tool. This is the pokey tool. Then you have, somewhere in my craft room, I have the wax tool, and then there's scissors. And I've been using these recently because these are new tools that just came out. But I do have, my, these are Pink Fresh reverse tweezers that I do love. But I have been trying to use the Spellbinders just because they're new. Now here is the little gold piece that we would use for our tag. So if we want to add a tag to it, I don't know if we do or not. Anyway, we'll see. Lay that aside. And so I was thinking about somehow using this piece and I don't think I want the brown. I brought the brown in case I wanted to do the brown stripes, but I was thinking somehow if we could make that some kind of a card with that, I think it would be interesting. So you think you need a nudge tool? Yeah, it is nice. It is nice to have that. I don't know where that other tool is. I am sure that it is. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Here's the wax tool. So that's a new set that they just rolled out. So I've been working with it, and I'm liking it because the tips, these stay on there very nice, and you get extra wax tips with it and everything. But my other ones, these fall off all the time. And so I like these because these don't. Now what I want to do is I love this torn edge that I have on here, but I don't have it on the other areas. So I'm thinking I'm going to tear, and then I'm going to need to bring in something to kind of dirty it up, I think. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see what we got. Yeah, we've got it's about a 4 1/4. So we're just going to, I'm just winging it. And we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't do mixed media a lot. I love it. I don't do it a lot, but I should because I like it, but I just don't. Anyway, so I think, yeah, just trying to decide what I want to do. I think I want to tear a little bit more and have a little bit more black edge around there, and we'll do that. And then I think I'm going to tear the bottom and the top as well. There we go. Yeah. I don't want to lose much of that because I really like that. So I'll just try to lose a little bit of it. And this is where my red is on this panel too, so I don't want to lose a lot of that. Anyway, I think it'll be fun. Oh yeah, they're pretty, the gold ones. Yeah, they're pretty. I like those gold ones. They're kind of fancy, a little fancy. I don't know. I might not have to ink it up. I think I might want to a little bit, but okay. So I think that's interesting looking enough. This kind of looks black along the edge. I can bring in some black soot. Where is it? Well, black soot's going missing. We'll go with ground espresso and see what we get out of that. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can use that. Just kind of dirty it up a little bit. All right, that'll do. So what is everybody saying? It's about 10 after. I think we're gonna, deckled and torn are your favorites. Yeah. Yeah, I have some, I actually have some dies from Spellbinders that you can create this, but I'm winging it here. I'm just kind of going out on my own thing here. And so we're gonna have a cream colored card base because that's what I got handy. And I'm just not grabbing any tools. I'm just using my hands to do it. So I know what I'm gonna do. I think we'll just add a little interest to this black. It's not going to be much. It's not going to show much because we don't have a lot of edge, but I'm going to use this crackle paint and just so that it kind of goes along with the whole distressed type thing. So I'm going to go over here real quick and just run it through. And then we'll have just a little bit of an interesting look on it to what's showing. I think that'll be more fun. Anywho, oh gosh, I think I want that side up. I'm gonna flip it and do the other side because it's interesting looking, and we'll just do that. All right, so we'll get this laid down on here. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a little trim on the bottom of my card because I don't know what's going on here, but either my panel's too short or my card's too long. Oh, I've got it. I need to move it down. Let's move it down a little bit. We'll get it eventually. We're still gonna have to trim, so. And it could be dangerous, so because we've got that embossed panel there. So I'm bringing out all the things. This is a big honking thing, but I don't want to rip it. I was afraid it would rip that embossed panel if I didn't use that. So I'm going a little cray-cray here. There we go. That's nice. And then if we have this, I thought that could be interesting. And I don't think it has to be too even or anything. Let's see. I would luster wax spots on the embossing. Yeah, that could be fun. I don't have anything to use for that. I mean, we could run like Versamark on it and sprinkle some powder on there here and there, and it would make kind of an interesting way, but I've already got it laid down on my card base, so I'm not going to do that. But what I could have done that would have been fun was to take Versamark right along the edge all the way around there and dipped it in embossing powder and just kind of had a dirty gold edge around it, that wasn't perfect, kind of an imperfect one. That would have been fun. Could have done that, but I think I'm going to use this. This is just junk that was laying in there that I had played with one day, and I didn't throw it out. And I thought, well, it's got a lot of shimmer and shine to it, so I thought it'd be fun to use. So we're just going to use it. Like I said, I didn't have plans for the card design. I just saw this paper. It caught my attention, and I thought, we could make a retro suitcase and add to that. It has just a tiniest little bit of red up here, and that's what made me think to use the red, and this was a red scrap. And so that's what made me think to use that red scrap on there. And I think it could be fun. I don't have anything else to go with it or anything, but I think it could really be fun. So let's just get this laid down on there. And I think I'm going to lay it on an angle like that. I think that looks fun. What is the chat saying? You love that piece of grunge. Suitcase sitting on a dirty floor. Yeah, for sure. And you know those, I'm sure those airport floors are incredibly germ infested and dirty. All right. So let's just get this laid down on here. I think we need a sentiment in black, embossed, gold embossed on black. I didn't get that lined up very well, but isn't that cool? I think it's fun. You love that piece of ground. Okay, all right. So we are getting a gluey mess here. What have we got? Let's see. Let me see if I can get organized here enough to do something. Now see all of these, this is called Tote the Best stamp set. All of these are kind of designed to go with, you know, with this. So you have all these little elements that you could add to it. And what I did last time was I took and I used one of the tags and I just created, I put one of these decorative things on it. I can't really remember what I did, but anyway. But you have little flowers and there's a piece of cake on there. And what did I stamp on it? I think I used from the stamp set, because there is actually a stamp set here that goes with this. This is what I used, this little lotus flower or whatever is what I used on there. And then you've got all these sentiments. But I think, hopefully I have a piece of black here. Do I have some anywhere that we could add? There we go, right there. That's what we need. Let's do that. And if you'll bear with me, we'll get a sentiment for this and add it. So I've just got this piece of black. I think this is a straight edge here. So we'll get it laid down on there. And these don't have, the other one has dies that went with it, but these don't. Is the one we might want to use for this that we could use a die with. No, let's go with these. These are fun sentiments. Friends help friends carry their baggage. Friends and laughter help lighten the load. We've all got baggage. Together we can carry it. Sometimes we carry a lot. Let me help you. I think I'm going to do the we've all got baggage thing because I think that's interesting. So I'm just going to get it laid down on here. And actually, let's, for this, let's go ahead and, oh, look, it had a little bit of stuff on it. Oh, well, it'll be all right, I think. See how that showed up on there? It had a little bit of, I don't know, factory gunk or something on it. But I think we'll be okay. So we'll get this inked up nice and neat. The neighbor's dog is barking. I think they just let it outside. I had, in addition to having the boys all weekend, I had both dogs all weekend. So, yeah, I've been busy. Letting dogs in and out all day long and keeping kids entertained and fed. Oh my gosh, they're boys and they eat a lot. So I was cooking chicken nuggets every other hour, I think, because they live on chicken nuggets. Okay, so there is that. And we need our, what do we do with our purple paper? There it is. We're just going gold all the way tonight. We'll go ahead and get this ready. And you guys are going to have to suffer through the embossing tool again, so I apologize. And I could hit the mute, but I probably would forget to turn it off, and then the rest of my live would be in silence. Okay. All right, we're almost there. I didn't intend to go this long tonight, but I'm kind of on a tangent now, and I want to get it done. So let's see. Oh, the compass is cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably should have done that. That would have been fun. That could be super fun. Let's get this cut it off, and then let's see how we want to do. Do I want to do it? We could try and let's wing it. Let's do something crazy here and see if I can get. I don't know if I can get it. Let's see if we can just stamp it on there. I don't know if I don't know if I don't trust myself doing this. Let me just say that. I do not trust myself. So let's give it a whirl. It's not going to hurt anything. I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just try and get it good and inky, because it's going to be one shot, one and done here. We got one chance to get it. That's all we got. Because I'm sure I can't line it back up. Well, I think it might work. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's going to be fun. It looks like it's pretty thick. All right, we'll see what happens. All righty. Put this back in here. All right, I'll probably have to throw that away, because if I don't, I'm going to have gold embossing powder on there, and I'll go to do white or clear, and I'll wind up with gold on there. So, all right, we'll heat the heat tool up underneath the table. Give them a little, oh no, I see something that's missed. We're going to have to pause, regroup. I think I might have touched it. My tea needs some powder on it, and I don't want to not get my sentiment done correctly. That's better. Okay, all right, let's put this up. Get this put away. All right. Try not to mess it up. Get it heated up. Here we go. I've got my desk high enough, but I can't really get under it. Let me lower it a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoop, I don't know. It's not perfect. It's getting hot. Whoops. All right, it's not perfect, but maybe we can work with it. See, I've got a little bit of it's rustic, but it's okay, because we've got a rustic kind of grungy card, so it's going to be just fine. All right. So you love it not being perfect. Well, good, because it's not. So let's go ahead and cut. Just gonna cut our compass away. And hopefully it's cooled enough. And we'll just grab the die. There is a coordinating die that goes with it. And we'll get it laid down on here. Hopefully. And we've got some tape. We'll get it die cut out. Let's just see what happens. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's kind of fun. I don't know where we put it. You'll have to tell me where you want to put it, Jim. And then I'm going to try and cut this out just with my scissors. And it could be an epic fail, because I'm not a really great straight cutter, but we'll just go with the flow. See if we can get it to I can get it halfway decent. That's not bad, I guess. It's not perfect either, but these Tim Holtz scissors do help with that. So what I'm going to do is, do I have a wet wipe? I don't have one that's kind of not too wet. I've got a nice clean one here, so we'll just clean that off a little bit from our anti-static powder. Let's go ahead and clean the desk while we're at it. Got a lot of junk on there. All right. Okay. Ooh, I like that. It kind of fell. The sun kind of fell aside, and I kind of like it. That's kind of fun. What do you think? Hide the mess under the suitcase. What do you mean? Like I don't think I can get it underneath there because I've already got it glued down. So yeah, we could do this like that, but I think kind of like it like this. I mean, it's grungy. And I don't have, do I have enough of this that I could back this with that? I think I could. I think I like that. Let's give it a whirl. And if we don't like it, we can cut it away. I'm just using all my scraps. Just use them up. That is better, I think. I don't know. Just trim it out a little bit. This is where we could mess everything up. Got a little piece peeking out there. We're gonna have to move it a little bit. One of my little die cut holes there. All right, let's see. It's not perfect. I like that. What do you think? Let me know what you guys think about it. Using the straps, I mean, well, I'd have to lift my straps up. Let's see, where did those tweezers go? I just put them away. We'd have to lift our straps up there a little bit. I don't want to mess it up. And we could put it in there like that. I don't know if I like it underneath there, though. And then let's put just a strip of foam. I don't have much left here. We'll just put that on there. Just help pop it up a little bit. Is it going to work? You love it? Okay. It's coming together. The two very, very, very different cards. I mean, I went from one end of the spectrum to the other. But I think it's fun. So anyway, we had, this little dilly-dally here that we could have added to it and stuck something on there if we wanted to. Have I got enough room to slide it in there? I do. So we could do this. I probably should quit while I'm ahead, but I can't help myself. We've got that. Now let's just take, do I have a piece? I do. I'm just going to make just a fancy little tag out of gold, if I can fit it on here. And is that going to fit? Can I get it? I think I can. And just create a little gold tag and stick it on there. All right. So let's grab this real quick. I think it'll just add an extra little flair to it. Hopefully I got enough room for this. I just barely have enough to, I'm going to need some tape. Keep it in place. I don't know if you can see that. Just do it like that. And we'll die cut out a little gold tag. I don't know if, let's see, I need to get that tape off of there. Come on. Made a little mark on there, but I think it'll be okay. And then we could hook a little, actually the tag, we want it to go the other way, is how I want to do. So what I want to do is pull this off. Let me get this die cutting machine out of the way. And then we put our little gold tag on there, and then we would tuck it behind there. Kind of like that. I think that's kind of fun. I think I need to get some glue on there. What is the compass almost looks like the stickers that went on the suitcase. Oh yeah. It's a good idea. Yeah, they used to do that, I think. I'll put some glue on the back of that. I'll glue on there. I wonder if we could bring that in. I think it's too white. What do you think? That's just an extra piece we had. And I think I think the white doesn't go. We could probably ink it up, but anyway. No bow, Blossom says. I think it looks good. Do we need something on that tag though? What do you think? I don't know. Let's see what I've got here. I don't think so. I think it looks good. What do you think? Scratch it. You mean like scratch the tab or the tag or what? I think it looks good. I think it's fun. It's a very different card. I think it looks interesting, and it was a fun play. It was something to do, just to kind of have some fun with it, and I think it turned out nice. So good idea, Blossom. How about an M? That's funny. Kelly is on here. With black marker on tag. Let's see, what's she saying? I don't know if I have a marker that'll do that. It's a little roughed up. Let's rethink. What have I got? I don't know. I think I'm inclined to just kind of leave it. Let me think. You know what would be fun if I had one of those spellbinders dies that does the strip dies that the little tiny letters pop out of. That would be super fun to lay something like that on there. Would be really cute to do that. But I'm not thinking that I have what I want, so I don't know. I have some different things. I'm just looking at some stuff off camera here really quick, trying to see if I have something that I would want to put on there that would make sense. Just looking, I had some stickers off to the side here, but I don't know if I have anything that I would like to, that I could stick on there. All right. You really like the suitcase, ECR? I thought you had a memento pen to scribble with. I do not. I do not have a memento pen. The only thing I have is, and these are horrible and I don't think they would work, is I have got these fine Cricut pens, and I don't think that, I don't know what would I scribble on there. I could scribble some lines or something like that and make it look like kind of writing or something. Thumbs up and share and copy. So yeah, I mean, we could, make some little lines with it or whatever, but I think I'm gonna leave it be so I don't mess it up, because I think at this point I could probably mess it up, but super fun. So here we go. Let's just show the two cards. They're very different. We've got this one that is You know, clean and simple, classy, someone said. I do love it, and I think it's fun. Jim came up with the idea to dangle the sentiment, and then I think Blossom told me to change the sentiment. I think it's really pretty. It matches the card, similar to what I did for my daughter. And then because I had this scrap piece of paper and I wanted to do a kind of a retro suitcase, I went ahead and did this one. They're very different, but I think they've got some similarities because we've got the black and the gold on there. But anyway, super fun. So you love them both. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to go because I've ran longer than I intended to. It was super fun. I haven't been, you know, kind of going live because I've been kind of taking a break. And I will tell you that as summer comes and everything, you know, I might be slowing down a little bit on my lives because when the weather gets nice, Shanna likes to get outside. Now, I could put that red on there. I don't know what you guys are thinking about that, but I had that scrap just laying there and it kind of caught my attention. Anyway, so that will finish off our cards. You're glad that I'm using Hero Arts? You thought the scrap was perfect? I am too, Jim. Spellbinders offered them up to me and I have got them and I've been working with them and I have more stuff in my stash that'll be upcoming that's not released yet. So what did I do with that piece? I had it on there and I laid it aside. I don't know. It's gone missing now. Where did it go? Anyway, I'll find it and stick it on there. But anyhow, so you will see some Hero Arts product because Spellbinders has asked me to, you know, start working with it as well. And so that is what I've been doing. And I've got, like I said, I got a good amount of it. And there is fun stuff coming up, you guys. I'm telling you. There is some fun stuff coming. So stay tuned. Of course, I think I've played with almost all of April's releases now. I think I've got a couple, maybe one or two more that I need to play with, but otherwise I've pretty much played with it. And so May is going to bring some fun things as well. There's my scrap. Did you guys notice I had dropped it there? Right here. It was right here. So there it is. And it's kind of wonky, but let's just add it just for fun. If I can find my glue. And it'll kind of just bring that color back in. Whoops, got a little crazy there. All right, there we go. And we'll just put it in there and it just kind of, there we go. That's not bad. That was just a piece of, it was just laying there. So I think that looks neat. All right, well, you guys, thanks for the ideas and the suggestions. It's always fun when you guys participate and we come up with something that I probably wouldn't have landed on. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have a great evening and I hope, you know, the next week is super wonderful for you. And if you'd hit that like on the way out and, you know, I'll be having videos all week. And tomorrow night at 6 p.m., Dari and I are going to go live. We're going to play with KCC and create some sketches. So we'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend or great week ahead. Talk to you later. Bye, Linda. Bye. Bye-bye, everyone.